Hi golfers, Nick here from American Golf. I'm down at the Thurrock store today, and today I'm going to look at the top 5 drivers of 2017 so far. Obviously there's still time to go. I'm sure certain brands will be bringing out other drivers throughout the year, but so far I'm going to look at the top 5 drivers. So first of all, I'm going to be judging the head on looks. I'm going to be looking at the adjustability of the head. Then I'm going to hit some shots. So I'm going to be looking at performance. So the different grades I'm going to be giving are on the feel, the ball speed, the spin, and the forgiveness. So I've got 6 categories altogether. So the first one is on the looks. So I've had a look at all the drivers so far, and I'm going to grade them from 1 to 5. So number 5 is going to be the best looking. So at the end, I'm going to total up all the scores, and whoever gets the highest will be my best driver of 2017. So first of all, we've got looks, and unfortunately I think the ping it does look good from below. I like the colours with the blue, but looking at the top here, you've got these sort of turbulators on here which looks okay, but there's no sort of alignment really on the head. So because of that, I'm going to grade this 1 out of 5. Next up is the Cobra F7, and it's not a bad looking head. You've sort of got the top here, which has kind of got these sort of squares on it, which looks okay. It's got like the Cobra alignment aid there, and underneath looks okay with the orange and black, but this one I'm going to score 2 out of 5. Next we've got the Titleist D3. Again, I do quite like the look of this driver. I quite like the grey finish on top. It sort of goes back to sort of their older models where they had the grey on top. I know they've sort of either gone for black or grey, but I quite like the grey. It's got the sort of triangle for the alignment aid there. It's got the sure fit system at the back here. So it's a good looking driver, but unfortunately it's only number 3 on the list. Next up, we've got the Epic. So there's obviously a couple of different heads in the Epic. This is the Sub-Zero version, which is the one I'm going to be testing today. I think it looks really good. You can see the carbon finish at the top here really stands out. It's got the alignment aid with the little Callaway V on it. Great colours, so I'm going to give that 4 out of 5. And the best looking head, I think personally, is the M1. So it looks great over the ball with the black and the white board. I think it looks fantastic with the carbon finish and then the adjustability at the bottom. So I'm going to grade that the best looking head so far. So today I'm going to test them in order of their look. So first of all I'm going to test ping, and then I'll be working my way up to the M1. So next up we're going to look at the adjustability. So scoring a 1 out of 5 is the ping. So I'm using the LS Tech here, which has the weight at the back. That's not adjustable. In terms of the shaft options in loft, you've got this sleeve here which you can adjust to 0, -1, -0.8, +0.6, +1, and obviously standard setting. So the adjustability on that, there's a few different options, but there's no adjustability with the weight. So unfortunately ping is going to be 1 out of 5. Next up we've got the Epic, and there's obviously 2 different heads in this. This is Sub-Zero. In the Sub-Zero you've got these 2 weights, 12 and 2 grams, which are adjustable, and it's got the sleeve here as well, which you can put to neutral, draw or standard, and also there's an option for increasing the loft by 1 or 2 degrees or taking it down by 1 degree. So adjustability not bad on the Epic, but it's going to score 2 out of 5. Next up we have the Titleist D3, and with the D3 they've got this new system in the back here with the sure fit system, so you can have a neutral weight, a draw weight or a fade weight, which is quite good. It's a little bit fiddly because you take the weight out the back here, but some good options there. In terms of the loss in the shaft, they've gone for the A, B, C and D and the 1, 2, 3, 4, which means you can adjust the loft by down by 0.75 or up by 0.75 or up by 1.5, and also you can close the face or open the face as well. So really good adjustability on the Titleist D3, 3 out of 5. Next up we have the Taylormade M1, which has got the T-bar track system here, so you can really move the weight right to the back, which I think is really good compared to 2016. In terms of the loft options, you've got the loft sleeve here which can go up and down by 2 degrees, and all the different increments in between, so pretty good adjustability on M1. And the final one I'm going to give 5 out of 5 for is the Cobra F7. So you've got the gold weight at the back here, which is adjustable in low, high or draw setting, and it's got the MyFly with the different lofts on it, which has got all the different options ranging from sort of 8 to 11 degrees and a draw setting as well. So 5 out of 5 for the Cobra F7. Okay, so first up you've got the Ping LS Tech. So 3 shots with this. Feels really good actually. Nice looking flight. Yeah, pretty good, 280 odd. Feels good. Slightly out the toe, so it'll be interesting to see how this performs. Still good flight. Even better actually, 291. Weren't the best hit that either. Interesting. The spin was down there. Maybe slightly out of the toes, 6 minutes. Feels really good. Do like the feel of this, I have to say. Similar to that first shot I hit. Pretty good. 283. So that's 3 shots with the Ping. Let's move on to the Cobra next. So next up we've got the Cobra King F7. I'll put the heavy weight towards the front, so it's in the low spin setting, which suits me, and it's 8-degree loft. So 3 shots. A little bit higher than the Ping, but feels good. That's about average distance for me. 274, yeah, bang on. Okay, not bad. That felt good as well. Nice flight. Similar distance, 270 odd. Consistent. Okay, one more. A little bit off the bottom that one. Still almost got out there as far. It's a slight miss hit that one, so that's why it's dropped down in distance. But overall, feels pretty good. So I'm interested to see how this compares to the next one. Okay, so next up we've got Titleist 917D3. It's an 8.5 head. So I've knocked it down slightly. It's actually 7.75. That's the closest I could get to 8. So let's hit 3 shots with this. A little bit off the bottom that. Interesting to see what that does. Get out to the right. Yeah, just below average. That wasn't a great shot. Slightly off the toe, see shaping a little bit more, but obviously more efficient in terms of distance. 278, about average. So one more. Nice flight that one. I hit that pretty good. So let's see how that gets out there. Nice draw. So that's probably about average for me. So let's move on now and test the Callaway. Okay, so next up we've got Epic Sub-Zero. It's a 9-degree head knocked down to 8. And I'll put the heavy weight slightly towards the toe, slightly towards the front to lower the spin. Wasn't my best strike, but let's see how that goes. Above average, it wasn't a great strike that. Let's hit 2 more. Better shot that one. Oh, so just above average. Okay, one more. That felt good. Slight overdraw, but it's getting out there. 280 plus. So pretty good distance there on the Epic Sub-Zero. Okay, finally we've got Taylormade M1. Weights are in the default setting. It's 9.5 head. Knocked it down to 8. Looks great behind the ball, really good. Feels good as well. Distance wise, pretty good, just above average. Feels good again. Very similar shot. About average. Okay, last one. A little bit off the bottom, so interesting to see how that performs. Still got out there, so it shows pretty forgiving. But yeah, a little bit lower in distance, so that's about average. So interesting there, hitting all those drivers. I'm going to sit down now and take a look at some of that data. Okay, so far I've given a grade out of 5 for each club for the looks and the adjustability. So next I'm going to talk about the feel, how that felt to me when I hit the drivers. So the best feeling driver to me was the Epic, and I think with that gel brake system it just makes the headset feel so solid, gets great ball speed, so I think Epic was the best feeling to me. Second best for me with 4 points out of 5 was the Ping LS Tech. Felt really good. I've not hit this driver much, but I was surprised at how good that felt. 3 points out of 5 is Taylormade M1, great driver, feels good, but just not quite as good as the Ping and the Callaway. F7 Cobra was pretty good as well, but that's only going to get 2 points out of 5. It's a tough score this. And with 1 point out of 5 was the Titleist D3. So I've been looking at some of the data, and I'm going to give each club a grade on ball speed, forgiveness and spin. So first up, ball speed. Fastest ball speed was the Callaway Epic, 155.7 miles an hour. Very closely followed by Taylormade M1, which gets 4 points, 155.4. Next up was the Cobra F7, so 3 points for Cobra F7, 154.1. Just ahead of Ping LS Tech, which was 153.9, so 2 points to Ping. And a 1 point for the Titleist D3, unfortunately. That's the driver I used, but I didn't hit it as well today, 149.6. I don't know if that was me or the driver, but wasn't great. Next up, we're going to take a look at the spin. So for me, I'm always looking for the head that spins the least. And funny enough, it was the D3, which is what I use, so I'm not surprised by that. But that spin was down at just under 2,400, so that gets 5 points. The next best spinning head for me was the Ping LS Tech, so that gets 4 points. Next was the Callaway Epic, so that gets 3 points. Next was the Taylormade M1, a little bit higher, 2,800, so that gets 2 points. And the Cobra F7 spun the most at me, the only one over 3,000. So it doesn't really suit me, that head, I don't think. The spin was a bit too much. So someone with a slightly slower club speed will probably suit the Cobra F7, but didn't suit me, so 1 point to Cobra. Finally, I looked at the forgiveness. So the difference between the widest shot to the left and the widest shot to the right. So the most forgiving driver for me was the Taylormade M1. So that gets 5 points out of 5. Next was Cobra F7, so 4 points out of 5. Next was the Ping LS Tech, 3 points out of 5. Next was the Titleist D3, 2 points out of 5. And finally Callaway Epic, which I hit really good in review, only 1 point out of 5, which I'm a bit disappointed at. It's probably the shots I hit today, and I think that's going to be the difference overall between which is the best driver, in my opinion, in 2017 so far. So I've totaled all the points up as we've gone along, and in joint 4th place is Titleist D3 and Ping LS Tech, which I was a little bit surprised about. LS Tech felt really good, it probably didn't have the best, to me it wasn't the best looking driver, which probably brought down the point score a little bit, but otherwise I thought the LS Tech was really good. D3 didn't quite perform for me today. In 3rd place is Cobra F7. I think it spins a little bit too high, even though with that weight towards the front it's still a little bit too high. 2nd place was Callaway Epic. I think it was just let down by that forgiveness towards the end there. The last points grade, I gave Epic 1 point and M1 5 points, which meant Taylormade M1 was the best driver so far in 2017. That got 23 points. So that's my opinion on how I hit it today. So I've tried to give my honest opinion. Obviously, ball speed, spin and forgiveness can change, but the feel, the looks and adjustability is my opinion. So golfers, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to try and give these clubs a try yourself, pop down to Any American Golf and we'll be happy to help you out.